connecting neighborhoods across the Treasure and Magic Valleys, telling stories from within our communities. This is Good Morning Idaho.
Hey, good morning, Idaho, and welcome to our second hour this morning on a Tuesday. I'm senior reporter Roland Barris. It's good to have you along. We're coming to you live this morning from up at the Boise Depot for a beautiful view of the city of trees behind me and the sun starting to come up this morning. This is the time to be out right now because it's nice and cool, and after the temperatures we had yesterday and what we're likely to have today, well, this is the time to get things done, no question about that. Also coming up this morning, we've got our large team of neighborhood reporters gathering stories that matter to you, like our Lori in Nettleton following up in Burley, where the community is still healing from the 4 murders in that region last week. Plus, as the summer heat is upon us, our Riley Shoemaker is going to share some helpful tips to stay cool and prevent heat-related illness. But before we get to all that, let's check on our weather with Sophia Cruz, see how quickly it's going to heat up this morning because, well, the sun's not quite up yet. It feels really cool, but that's going to change fast.
Yeah, it is still going to be a hot afternoon ahead, and while you head outside in your mornings, it feels nice and cool, and you may have already noticed it, but behind Roland, it actually also looks a bit hazy too. So we are looking at wildfire smoke building in. It is on the lighter end, but you'll notice it more so as you head out into your morning and afternoon ahead. Temperatures then sitting by lunchtime in those lower 80s. We do top out in the lower 90s by dinner time, so short sleeve weather, hats, sunglasses, all the things to help give you some shade. Also wearing sunscreen if you work outside. As we continue to head into the afternoon, it will still be hot, and across our eastern areas from eastern portions of Idaho down in the Magic Valley, there is a red flag warning in place. So we'll be talking about why, and then also why we're seeing wildfire smoke. Roland.
All right, Sophia, the good news is right now, at least from my perspective, I can't smell any smoke, but you do see it on the horizon. Turning now to a near fatal disaster in Elmore County as a mother and her 6-year-old daughter lucky to be alive after an errant bullet rips through their car. Our Alexander Huddleston reports.
A family trip over before it started after a stray bullet came soaring through their windshield, almost hitting a mother and daughter in the head. I'm your neighborhood reporter Alexander Huddleston along I-84, where that startling 911 call came in.
Something shot through the RP's window, hit her daughter, her 6-year-old daughter in the head, possibly has glass, she is bleeding.
A scary moment for a family traveling over the weekend. These photos provided by the family show the damage of a stray bullet near Hammett, piercing the windshield, hitting the passenger seat headrest, and grazing the head of a 6-year-old girl sitting in the back seat. The sheriff says it happened around 1:45 Saturday afternoon near mile marker 114. The sheriff's office tells us they investigated and found someone was target shooting nearby. So to learn more about recreational shooting safety, I headed down the freeway to the Black Streak shooting range to speak with range supervisor Ralph Jackson.
People need to take it seriously. I know a lot of people that go shooting think they're safe, and they just need to ensure it. They can't assume anything.
3 minutes, 30 seconds.
Jackson says that what most likely contributed to this near miss was the lack of a sufficient backstop.
As Idaho gets busier and more people move into it and they build out a lot of these areas, people have to be a lot more cognizant of the backstops when they go out and shoot on public land.
The range supervisor mentioned the most suitable backstops are cliff sides or large berms. But at the end of the day, it is suggested that they just come to a range.
We clean up after them in a lot of cases, and it's safe. You don't have to worry about, where to set up, having benches to do it. You have people overseeing your safety. You don't have to worry about other individuals coming to your shooting spot and possibly endangering your safety.
In a press release, authorities say they have filed charges, declining to share the suspect's identity. But when we checked the courthouse and jail on Monday, they told us there were no weekend arrests that matched this incident. The family commenting on Facebook that the shooter was cited but not arrested. We will keep bringing you updates as they develop. I'm your neighborhood reporter Alexander Huddleston for Idaho News 6.
Investigators remain tight-lipped as they continue investigating quadruple homicide that took place in 2 counties in the Magic Valley last week. I'm your neighborhood reporter Lori in Nettleton in Burley, where the community held a candlelight vigil on Sunday night to support each other through their grief.
It's just something we're not used to, and we don't really know how to react to it in a way.
A community in shock after authorities say a 56-year-old man killed 4 people in 3 locations spanning 2 counties last Wednesday.
What's it been like in Minnecaja over the last week?
You just hear a lot of people asking, like, this, why here? This stuff doesn't happen here. And, you know, it's just been like this weight over the town, I feel like. And as somebody who grew up here, it's just something I've never experienced.
Now, people like Brooklyn Carver are looking for ways to heal.
It was just a little time to get together and remember all the lives we've lost over the last few weeks.
Carver joined hundreds of other community members at a vigil Sunday night, sharing these photos with Idaho News 6, giving us a view into a community hurting and healing.
I believe that there is great power in, like, group grieving. It's just, you know you're not alone, but to see the vast number of people who are also grieving just really makes an impact.
Information is slow in coming from the quadruple homicide. Suspect Benjamin Naylor, accused of taking 4 lives. Authorities have identified 2 victims, Kelly and Donna Jenks. We are still waiting to learn the identities of the 2 others. I was able to inspect court documents that detailed how investigators pursued their suspect from Minidoka to Kaja and ultimately to Lincoln County, where they took Benjamin Naylor into custody. Court documents do remain sealed or redacted by the court. We'll update you as more information becomes available. I'm your neighborhood reporter, Lorian Nettleton, in Burley for Idaho News 6.
Calling 911 in Idaho is about to get more reliable. I'm your neighborhood reporter Brady Caskey, learning more about the switch from decades-old infrastructure to a new system aimed at improving emergency response.
Most of our citizens nowadays don't remember a day when there was not 911.
Payette County Sheriff Andy Creech says 911 is a staple of emergency response, but changes are on the way because, unfortunately, sometimes your call doesn't get routed to the right agency.
There are failures that are happening in the state of Idaho with our current system.
Sheriff Creech says the current system directs those calls based on cell towers, which means your phone call might get answered in the wrong county.
We have misrouted 911 calls all the time where people are trying to call 911 and get help in Payette County, but they end up in Malheur County.
But a new generation of tech aims to fix that problem.
Call delivery actually happens a little bit quicker with NextGen 911.
Stephanie Johnson with the Ada County Sheriff's Office says their dispatch center is ahead of the rest of the state in implementing NextGen 911.
So what NextGen is going to do is going to upgrade the back-end architecture of 911 throughout the state.
The new technology will focus on getting real-time location information to dispatchers immediately, replacing the old analog bones of the system used across the state.
We're still working on the backbone, the infrastructure from back when we used to have landlines in our houses, the copper lines.
The ability to text and send photos or videos to 911 will also be baked into the new system, giving first responders as much information as quickly as possible.
Our citizens expect that 911 will be there when they need them, and this will make sure that it's there and ready for them, so when they have an emergency, their call will go to the people it should go to, and they'll get help as fast as they can.
If all goes to plan, the new system will be up and running January of 2027. I'm Brady Caskey reporting for Idaho News 6.
President Trump signaling a big shift in his Ukraine policy, now threatening severe tariffs against Russia if a peace deal isn't reached in 50 days.
And I'm disappointed in President Putin because I thought we would have had a deal 2 months ago, but it doesn't seem to get there.
The move comes after months of mixed signals, with the president even praising Vladimir Putin, saying he believed he wanted peace. Now Trump upping the ante to try and bring Putin to the table, announcing he's selling U.S.-made air defense weapons to NATO to help defend Ukraine against Russia's attacks, including Patriot air defense missiles, a top priority for Ukraine as it fends off Russian drones and missile attacks. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky thanking the U.S. for the support. It was the deadliest month for civilians in Ukraine to date, with Russian missile strikes in major cities increasing from a year ago. If President Trump follows through on his threat of tariffs and sanctions, they would target other countries doing business with Russia, but would have to overcome current trade deals already in place. Even before the threatened sanctions, bipartisan members of Congress have been pushing a Russia sanctions package, calling for a 500% tariff on goods imported from countries that buy Russian goods. When asked when those weapons would arrive to Ukraine, President Trump said Ukraine would have them within days. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
After the break, details on a major Supreme Court ruling that allows the Trump administration to move ahead with mass layoffs at the Department of Education. The impacts of that when we get back. Hey everybody, we're back on a Tuesday. It's 14 minutes past the hour. Let's take a look at your national headlines today. A major ruling from the Supreme Court that will impact the future of the Education Department. On Monday, the justices ruled the Trump administration can proceed with its plan to carry out mass layoffs at the Department of Education. In an unsigned order, the justices lifted a lower court ruling that had indefinitely paused the president's plan. The court's decision puts the lower court ruling on hold while the legal challenges play out. Lawyers for the Trump administration say they are not closing the department, just downsizing it. Educators, on the other hand, say the downsizing will make it nearly impossible for the department to do its work. Mike Waltz will face questioning from lawmakers for the first time since he was ousted as national security advisor. President Trump has nominated him to be U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, and he is set to be for the Senate Foreign Relations Committee for his confirmation hearing today. Now, it will provide senators with the first real opportunity to grill him over revelations that he added a journalist to a private text chain on the unclassified Signal messaging app that was used to discuss sensitive military plans a while back. And President Trump announced new measures targeting Russia over its ongoing war in Ukraine. Trump is threatening steep tariffs if a peace deal is not reached within 50 days. The president also revealed plans for European allies to buy U.S. weapons and transfer them to Ukraine. Patriot air defense missiles are a top priority for the besieged country. Now, turning back to the Supreme Court's ruling on the Department of Education with more details on its impact, here's ABC's Nicole D'Antonio.
On Monday, the Supreme Court granting another major victory to the Trump administration, allowing it to proceed with mass layoffs at the Department of Education.
I'm just incredibly pleased that the authority was reinstated where it should be. This lifts the handcuffs off of what we've been trying to do.
The layoffs were announced in March as part of Trump's efforts to slash spending, but were paused by a lower court. Now, the new decision is paving the way for the president to follow through on his promise to gut the department, which manages federal loans for colleges and enforces civil rights laws in schools. Trump celebrating the win, saying, quote, "The federal government has been running our education system into the ground, but we're going to turn it all around by giving the power back to the people." But education advocates warn that the coming cuts will leave students without critical support services, from special education to financial aid. While the National Parents Union says this is not just a policy disagreement, it's a constitutional crisis. Congress created the Department of Education, and only Congress has the authority to eliminate it. It comes as at least 24 states are suing the Trump administration for withholding more than $6 billion in Congress allocated funding.
This is one of those moments where something really big and potentially really damaging could be getting ready to occur. I'm going to do everything that I can to stop it.
The grants, which had bipartisan approval, were meant to go out to programs across the country July 1st. But the Trump administration said it was conducting a review before releasing the funds, claiming the grants would be used to promote a radical left-wing agenda. Now the states are demanding a federal judge intervene, calling the move illegal and unconstitutional.
It's against the Constitution. From a legal standpoint, this is not a hard case.
Even if the states win their case, education advocates warn it may be too late to hire staff for programs meant to return at the start of the school year, leaving students and families scrambling. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
When we get back, several states in the Northeast and Texas dealing with torrential rain and flash flooding. A look at that straight ahead.
Sophia Cruz with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
Good Tuesday morning to you. I hope you're having a wonderful start to your morning. And if you're getting ready to head out, or maybe you already have and you stepped outside for a few moments, you may have noticed that it does look hazy. Now, from our camera, you can't really tell as much, but you will notice that there is still a nice sunrise out there. Temperatures sitting at about 69 over downtown, so it's nice and cool waking up this morning. What we are going to look at happen is a cooler afternoon ahead. Now, overall and generally, it'll still feel hot, but we are well ways from the triple digits, and that's what really matters most, because thankfully we're seeing those lower 90s. Now, a lot of what's helping this cool down is this northwesterly flow that we're getting, but we still have that heat to our south, so it's going to be a bit of a flip-flop pattern where we get lower 90s a couple of days this week, and then you start to see temperatures hover just near that triple digit mark again. Now, what also this northwesterly flow is doing for us is it's pushing in some smoke this morning. So if you're in Baker City, Pendleton, it looks a little bit more denser to the day. This is only going to continue to grow over the southwest portion of Idaho. As it does, you'll notice it does contribute to hazy sky. This goes all the way through our evening ahead, and the smoke continues to kind of just hang out. Goes a little bit more dense over our east central mountains, but overall, as far as air quality goes, we are still looking good for today and tomorrow, and this isn't even the densest smoke that we've seen. Compared to last summer, this is very minuscule. So again, we still look good out there, but just a heads up in case you start to wonder why is it so hazy. Now, as far as hot days go, it was a pretty hot one yesterday. We topped out at about 101, and so far in July, while it has been overall hot and felt that way, we've only had 3 days where we've actually hit triple digits. So the first one was July 1st, where we started about 102. The second one, July 8th. Then we got the highest really triple digit we've seen this month, 104. So it's been pretty toasty out there. Now today, it's not going to be as hot as it was yesterday. You'll notice if you're in our mountains, it's going to feel really nice up there. You've got mid 80s from Stanley all the way to Pine, lower 90s in Idaho City, mid 90s stretching into our valley floors. If you're in Glens Ferry, it'll be 97 there. So it's still going to be pretty on the toastier end. Now tomorrow looks even better. We've got those lower 90s that start to stretch, so about a few degrees difference, but when you're away from those triple digits, those few degrees do make all the difference. Tomorrow, if you're in our mountains, it'll be in those nice, comfortable lower 80s also. Now, we do have a slight chance for some isolated showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. That's mainly to our east, and as you make your way down to the southern portion, so in Magic Valley and all the way stretching over to eastern Idaho. Otherwise, you will notice that a breeze picks up through the afternoon ahead, and we are not looking at too much change over the next couple of days. Besides those isolated showers that fleet through the area, it's going to be overall pretty quiet. The one thing that we will start to talk about again on Thursday and Friday, you may have already guessed it, the heat. You got 99 coming your way into then, so enjoy these comfortable lower 90s. By the weekend, we'll see mid 90s to lower 90s return, but plenty of sunshine out there.
This morning, the cleanup is underway after severe storms slammed the Northeast, affecting 50 million people. In some areas, the storm dumping a month's worth of rain in a matter of minutes. A state of emergency declared in New Jersey, where more than 7 inches of rain fell in some sections. Major highways forced to shut down, stranding drivers. These cars in Plainfield submerged as people waded through the rising floodwaters. Severe flooding also hitting Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Crews rescuing dozens of people. This video from White Plains, New York, showing just how high the water rose on some roadways. And in New York City, the subway hit hard, the station inundated with water. Commuters looking on as these stairs turned into a waterfall. The deluge gushing onto the platform and inside subway cars. The bad weather causing travel chaos across the country. Ground stops were issued at major airports from New York to D.C., leading to more than 2,000 flight cancellations and over 10,000 delays. Meanwhile, the nonstop rain in Texas Hill Country should begin easing today as we're learning more about those crucial moments at Camp Mystic when the devastating July 4th storms first hit. New information revealing Dick Eastland, the camp's director who died trying to save campers, began evacuations at 2 a.m., approximately 45 minutes after the National Weather Service issued an alert about life-threatening flash flooding. A spokesperson for the Eastland family saying they had no information that indicated the magnitude of what was coming. They got a standard run-of-the-mill NWS warning that they've seen dozens of times before. 27 people at the camp lost their lives in that flooding. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Summer temperatures are rising, and we're talking to experts on how to stay safe, whether you're outside for work or for play. Whether you're out enjoying the park or just trying to stay active, Boise's heat can sneak up fast. And for those who have no choice but to work outside in the extreme heat, the risk could be even higher. I'm North End neighborhood reporter Riley Shoemaker sharing expert tips on how to stay safe in the summer heat. Temperatures in the Treasure Valley are pushing into the high 90s this week. Dr. Jason Brenner with St. Luke's says that means there's a real risk for heat-related illnesses.
Those can be things like heat rash, heat cramps, dehydration, and it can progress to other more serious things such as heat exhaustion or heat stroke.
And for outdoor workers like construction crews, he says prevention starts with planning.
If you're in charge of those crews, I would look into starting earlier, making sure that there's plenty of hydration, getting enough sodium too, actually, because you lose salts when you sweat a lot. And then having structured breaks. You should definitely take a break if you're out in the heat of the day.
Even with the heat, friends Mia, Kalia, and Ava gathered outside for a farewell celebration at Camelback Park. And they came prepared.
Wear open-toed shoes, find a shady spot, bring cold drinks, wear sunscreen, drink water, take a break.
And while most think of sunscreen or water, Dr. Bronner says heat safety starts with listening to your body.
Don't try to push it. Don't try to do too much. And if you're feeling overheated, cool down as quickly as possible.
So as Boise's temperatures continue in the high 90s, it is crucial to keep heat safety top of mind. I'm your North End neighborhood reporter Riley Shoemaker, Idaho News 6.
Coming up after the break, Idaho Senator Jim Risch sits down to express his satisfaction with President Trump's spending bill passing.
Now we'll look outside from the Treasure Valley Chevy Dealers Tower Cam.
Connecting neighborhoods across the Treasure and Magic Valleys, telling stories from within our communities. This is Good Morning Idaho.
Hey everybody, rocking into our final half hour on Good Morning Idaho this Tuesday. I'm senior reporter Roland Barris coming to you live at the beautiful Boise Depot, looking over the city of trees. It is gorgeous out this morning. The birds are tweeting and it is nice and cool out here. We'll get more on how warm it's going to get in just a bit. But first, we also want to check in with our neighborhood reporters like Don Nelson, sitting down with State Senator Jim Risch, who disputes nonpartisan reports that Trump's spending bill would add trillions to the deficit. Plus, coming up, Scripps News Group's Amora Barrett explaining the potential first ever federal regulation around heat safety standards for outdoor workers. Very appropriate for today, considering it's going to get very hot once again. So find out about that. Let's bring in our Sophia Cruz with the latest on our weather. Good morning, Sophia.
Good morning, Roland. It is going to be another toasty day ahead of us, but not as hot as yesterday. So thankfully, we're getting some nicer temperatures, but again, it is still going to be pretty warm, even as you have for breakfast. It'll be sitting in those lower 70s. So short sleeve weather today for sure, as well as shorts. But if you work outside, you're going to want to make sure you stay covered, wear a hat, sunglasses. Lots of sunshine today, but you'll notice that there's also smoke falling throughout the day in this forecast. We are going to be looking at wildfire smoke building. And just speaking of wildfires, we do have that elevated wildfire risk down to our south and east. So if you're in our Magic Valley or anywhere over into eastern Idaho where you see all this lighter pink, that's a red flag warning that's in place. We do have critical wildfire conditions today, so again, avoid all outdoor burning possible today. If a wildfire were to start, it would spread rapidly. You'll also notice that heat advisory we saw yesterday now lifted, so that just goes to show you we are seeing a little bit of relief out there. I'll show you all the latest updates you need to know for the week ahead, but Roland, it's overall still going to be a pretty hot one for today.
Yeah, no question about it. High 90s, 100s, it's just a matter of degrees. All right, literally. Thanks, Sophia. We turn now to the Kohberger murders. After his plea deal, we may never know what motivated Brian Kohberger to murder 4 University of Idaho students that night. But a new book offers some possible answers. ABC's Kana Whitworth has the story.
New revelations from those closest to Madison Mogen, Kaylee Gonzalez, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin about what they believe was the motive behind Brian Kohberger's brutal murders of the 4 University of Idaho students.
For people who have followed this story, we wanted to give them closure.
Best-selling author James Patterson and investigative reporter Vicki Ward teaming up for the new book, The Idaho 4, An American Tragedy, conducting over 300 interviews with people with ties to the case, including family and friends who believe Maddie was the target.
There was consensus that it was Maddie that Kohberger was going for, and the victims' families I think, would all agree with that. You know, everything points to that.
Moscow police allege the culprit's cell phone records show his phone appears to have been close to the King Road house on at least 12 occasions between August and the night of the murders in November, almost always late at night. Lead prosecutor Bill Thompson says Maddie was the first person the culprit killed, the knife sheath with his DNA found under her body.
Koberger, the criminologist, had such training for this, and he almost committed the perfect crime. Had he not left the knife sheath, he probably wouldn't have got caught.
For nearly 7 weeks, he hid in plain sight one of the only sources of real information, a surviving roommate who told friends what she saw.
It's really through Emily that we learned what sort of Dylan had gone through. And it sounded so surreal to them all, because she said he had a black mask and he looked like he was carrying a black vacuum. And they're sitting there thinking, who could this be? And, you know, what on earth has happened?
Just weeks ago, Koberger taking a plea deal, admitting he killed the 4 friends. Patterson and Ward now hoping to give readers a true sense of who they were and all of their promise.
You will meet Ethan and Kaylee and Maddie and Xana. You will meet them and you will feel them as human beings.
I spoke to Stacey Chapin, Ethan's mom, and she did say, which was wonderful to hear, that she's so glad that this book exists because it means that they're not forgotten. It is a tribute to them and their lives.
Idaho News 6 will have complete coverage of the sentencing of Bryan Koberger. Join us Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. We'll be streaming the hearing live in its entirety on idahonews6.com and the Idaho News 6 app. You can track the very latest developments as they happen on our website. And join us for our evening newscast for additional depth, context, and reaction.
Idaho Senator Jim Risch has never wavered from his support of President Trump. But after the controversial Big Beautiful Bill narrowly passed, Risch was happy it got signed into law. I had a chance to speak with the senator about the BBB. The White House calls it a once-in-a-generation piece of legislation that makes good on President Trump's campaign promises and puts America first.
Elon, go ahead.
Trump's former ally and the man he appointed to cut government waste, Elon Musk, called the bill utterly insane and destructive. Senator Risch says Musk is simply wrong.
You know, I disagree. I feel sorry that there's been the fallout between Donald Trump and Elon Musk, and the result of that is there's things said that shouldn't be said.
How does a legislator go through 900 pages of a bill and actually know what's in it?
Don, the way you do that, first of all, is you break it into categories. In the bill, this bill had a number of categories in it. And then we have very significant staff that go through, and every word is read, either by my staff or staff on the committee.
One big part of the Big Beautiful Bill is that it will make the 2017 individual tax cuts permanent.
If that bill had not passed, the tax cuts that we enacted in 2017 would expire on December 31st. That would have been a $4 trillion tax increase on working families all over the United States.
Critics of the bill say it would put more of the tax burden on the middle class and give billionaires a tax reduction.
Did not, as people say, reduce the tax on billionaires. That was absolutely false. It provides the largest tax cut for working Idahoans in history. You know, it eliminates the tax on tips, it eliminates the tax on overtime for working families.
I asked the senator about a congressional budget report that says the GOP bill will add $3.3 trillion to the deficit. Some people would say, Senator Risch, that's fuzzy math by the Republicans.
Yeah, I think it's fuzzy math by the budget office. People don't pay attention to it. I don't know exactly the report that you're talking about. Look, this does reduce the deficit. I'm telling you, take it to the bank. This reduces the deficit.
While Senator Risch claims Trump's spending bill reduces the deficit, every nonpartisan analysis reports otherwise. According to the Congressional Budget Office, the bill will increase the deficit by $2.4 trillion over the next decade. And while it's true that most people will initially see a tax cut, those cuts are far more beneficial to America's wealthiest earners. Critics also argue that slashes to government programs like SNAP and Medicaid will offset any nominal tax relief for the working class. A Utah man pulling a record-setting 42-inch lake trout out of Payette Lake in McCall last month. Aaron Gochi narrowly beating the Idaho State catch and release record last set 7 years ago, also in Payette Lake. Take a look at these monsters. Here's a 54-pound lake trout caught in Payette just 2 years ago. It's just 3 pounds shy of the state record. Fish and game managers touting the records as a sign that their effort to restore the fishery in Payette Lake is working. That's a big fish. All right, it's 20 minutes before the hour, everyone, on this Tuesday morning. Let's take a look now at what's happening in your neighborhood today. The free summer concert series Jump, Jam, and Jive back tonight, staged at Jump Park. Local nonprofits help put on live music every other Tuesday through August 26th. Tonight's show features Bernie Riley Band with an opener from Idaho Songwriter Association, and it all kicks off at 6 p.m. And a grand opening for Porsche Boise this evening. They invite you to experience the brand new state-of-the-art showroom designed to showcase the pinnacle of automotive engineering. Porsche, there is no substitute. You can RSVP online, and the evening will include valet service, arrival, a live DJ, and handcrafted German hors d'oeuvres and drinks. And American pop music legend Barry Manilow taking the stage tonight in what he advertises as the last Boise concert. Known for his hits like Copacabana and Mandy, Manilow will perform at Extra Mile Arena tonight at 7 p.m. And for last check, tickets were still available, going as low as $29. Coming up, OSHA considering the implementation of the first of its kind federal regulations surrounding heat safety.
OSHA recently wrapped 2 weeks of public hearings to consider the first ever federal regulation around heat safety standards. It was actually originally proposed by the Biden administration, and so advocates were not optimistic when the Trump administration took office, given his sweeping deregulatory goals. So I listened in on some of the hearings and talked to experts to get a sense of which way the agency might be leaning.
The push for a national heat safety rule spurred by nearly 34,000 reports of heat-related injuries and illnesses in less than 10 years. Nearly 500 of those were heat-related deaths, mostly among workers in landscaping, agriculture, manufacturing, and construction.
The heat, I think, is a silent killer.
David Martinez works for the New Mexico Department of Transportation. Rain or shine or sweltering heat, he's responsible for inspecting bridges across the state.
But when it gets hot, it gets hot. And I've worked in areas, especially when you're doing things like running an asphalt machine, mixing concrete, those temperatures tend to double or triple your heat exposure.
Dozens of workers like David, advocates, and labor leaders spent the last 2 weeks testifying virtually on what they see as an urgent need to protect workers, especially with more frequent and longer-lasting heat waves that we see in a warming world. The proposed OSHA rule would use high heat triggers based on the heat index, which measures the combination of outdoor temperatures and humidity. When that heat index hits 80 degrees, employers would be required to provide water, rest, and shade for workers. When it reaches 90 degrees, workers would receive paid 15-minute breaks every 2 hours.
Say these are set regulations. What would that mean to people like you and your employees?
Like I said, I think it gives us a little bit more of a voice. I think management tends to say, oh, not like the regulations, right? They like productivity more than standard, I guess.
Employer advocates pushed back during the hearings, detailing their preference for a performance-based standard.
Our feeling is that there should be requirements for employers to perform those different components. How they do that should be left up to the employers, where I think it's going to vary depending upon location, industries, and specific workplaces.
Jason Mills, an OSHA litigator, was surprised the hearings went on at all after the Trump administration took office.
What we expected to happen
was to see the rule scuttled entirely. And the reason for that was because of this big push for deregulation.
Mills says Trump's labor pick, Lori Chavez DeRaymer, helped in that she's business-friendly but also has union ties.
All we can do is read the tea leaves here. If they're acting so quickly on the heat rule, really at the very start of this administration, I think we can anticipate that they're going to push on that.
OSHA will be in their review period for the next couple of months through the end of September, and then they will make their final decision likely in early 2026. Maura Barrett, Scripps News Group, Chicago.
A nice cool start to your day will lead to lower 90s as well as some wildfire smoke building in. I'll have all the details you need to know coming up.
Sophia Cruz with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
Good Tuesday morning to you, and thanks for joining us for another morning. It's nice to see your face on this Tuesday, and as you step outside, it is nice and cool, 69 over downtown. But let's just talk about the elephant in the room, the wildfire smoke. You'll notice it looks a little bit hazy out there. It's really hard to tell from our camera, but if you step outside of your home, you'll notice it right off the back. Now, we are looking at wildfire smoke building not from any super large wildfires within Idaho, but from regional ones. This northwesterly flow is helping blow in that wildfire smoke, but on the other end, it's also blowing in a little bit of cooler weather. Right down to our south, though, that hot weather is going to eventually start to make its way back into the forecast, so we're going to go into a little bit of an up and down pattern this week. Now, as far as the smoke goes, let's talk about that first. So that's going to be the first thing you notice as you head outside. Right away, we already have smoke building in from Pendleton down to Baker City. As you head into the later afternoon and evening ahead, it builds in across southwest Idaho and stays there as we head into those overnight hours. It does look like it grows a little bit denser over our east central mountains tomorrow morning, but as far as our air quality goes, we are still looking pretty good today and even into tomorrow. So this isn't the most dense wildfire smoke we've seen, but it is something that you are going to notice. So just a heads up out there. Now, yesterday, you may have noticed the heat. It was 101 in Boise. As far as triple digits go, we've only had 3 days where we've actually hit it or anywhere above it. The first one was July 1st at 102. The second one, making for the hottest day this month so far, 104. So pretty hot ones for us so far, but just remember to stay hydrated, wear sunscreen, and also take those shade breaks if you work outside. As far as temperatures go into this afternoon, we are looking at some slight relief, and thankfully not any triple digits. You've got upper to lower 90s across your valley floors. 97 in Glenns Ferry is going to be the hottest area today, so just a heads up if you do live there. As far as our mountains go, mid 80s, so pretty comfortable. By tomorrow, it remains pretty copy and paste, but a few degrees different. You got 93 in Boise tomorrow afternoon, 95 in Ontario, mid 80s in our mountains, so it's going to feel quite comfortable up there. You will notice that we will see some clouds increasing into the later afternoon today, and also some breezy winds. We had a weak cold front move through the area. As it does this, it does for some showers down to our south, so across those eastern portions and in the Magic Valley, but it's very fleeting through the area, so by the time we head into tomorrow, it's going to be pretty quiet out there. You will notice, though, gusty winds as part of this coming in, but other than that, going to be a calmer afternoon ahead. Now, even from Sun Valley yesterday, you may have noticed that wildfire smoke building in. This is that time lapse. You may have seen it just for a bit, but otherwise, it's been pretty quiet overall. You've got lower 80s to upper 80s. The main story we've been talking about is heat, but that's no problem here, especially if you're making your way there. You need to get away from the heat. They've got mid 80s going through their week, so just a heads up and friendly reminder while you are spending time in the sun, whether it's golfing or maybe you're just taking a hike, just be safe and try to stay cool. We will see those lower 90s return tomorrow afternoon, so 93 into our Wednesday. By Thursday and Friday, though, you get those upper 90s on the board, so 99 into then by Saturday and even Sunday, mid to lower 90s, and we kind of see temperatures just return near normal. I'll keep you up to date right here throughout our morning, but it is Tuesday. Let's go get you ready for your morning commute.
Idaho News 6 traffic is brought to you by Champion Windows.
All right, 6:51 is our time. We're giving you a look of downtown where it's starting to get a little bit busier out there, but overall it's been so far so quiet. If you're going on I-84 eastbound, it's a little bit of stop and go as you approach again that area, but otherwise this is as you go and taking a closer look at ID-55. Just a bit of stop and go, but it's not too bad overall. We haven't seen too much change over the past couple morning commutes. You will notice though, if you are heading on Linder Avenue and East 3rd Street, nice and quiet roads continue on. Again, here's a little bit of a closer look on Garrity Boulevard. If you're heading on one of those surrounding lanes and you're maybe going on to I-84, you'll run into a bit of stop and go, but it's not causing too much commotion this morning.
morning's GMA First Look, Atlanta police searching for a suspect accused of breaking into the SUV of Beyoncé's choreographer and stealing multiple items, including the singer's unreleased music.
Y'all have no idea how much I used to dream of being on this stage, and I cannot believe I'm here.
Christopher Grant and DeAndre Blue, who told police they're Beyoncé's choreographer and dancer, said just after 8 p.m. July 8th, someone broke into their Jeep Wagoneer, parked at this parking garage in Northeast Atlanta. Stolen from the SUV, 2 suitcases containing unreleased music, plans for a Beyoncé show, and a set list. The break-in happened just 2 days before the singer was set to begin the first of her 4-night stint in Atlanta. And coming up at 7 a.m., what we're learning from investigators as they've now issued an arrest warrant for a suspect. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Idaho starting to wrap things up 5 minutes before the hour here, and we are live down at the Boise Depot. In case you missed it, these are the top stories that we're following from our neighborhood reporters. A mother and her 6-year-old daughter lucky to be alive this morning. Elmore County officials have filed charges after a recreational shooter's stray bullet blasted through that family's front windshield on I-84 of all places, grazing their child's head. In Burley, the Magic Valley community coming together after a quadruple murder shocked the area. Hundreds gathering at a vigil Sunday night to remember the victims, 2 of whom have now been identified. And calling 911 in Idaho, about to get a major upgrade. The state approved $15 million to modernize the emergency system, allowing you to send text, photos, and videos to dispatchers. You can learn more about all of these stories on our website, idahonews6.com.
Now, the Out the Door forecast, brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors.
6:56 is your time, and happy Tuesday to you. As you get ready for your first cup of coffee and you step outside, you will notice light wildfire smoke from surrounding regions wildfires, and I'm talking about Oregon, Washington. Now that's going to build in throughout the day, so notice more so if you head into the afternoon, but lower 90s, so some slight relief from those triple digits. If you want to read more about the forecast, you can head on over to idahonews6.com. Otherwise, let's get you ready for your Tuesday morning commute.
Idaho News 6 traffic is brought to you by Champion Windows.
6:57 is now your time, and we're giving you a live look of downtown where the sun is coming up. You can see those hazy skies a bit out there. So again, just that friendly reminder, it's from our surrounding areas and our neighboring states released wildfires. We haven't had any super large ones just yet, but keep your eyes peeled. Again, we do have the red flag warning in place. Now, along I-84 eastbound, it is a little bit of just slow up this morning. We haven't seen too much change just so far yet. It's been overall pretty quiet out there the past couple days, even on I-84 Broadway Avenue. A few cars starting to make their way out in that direction. If you are heading on I-84 eastbound, just a heads up, it is starting to build slightly from 16 minutes to Caldwell to Garrity. Roland?
Yeah, you know, you're going to need some sunglasses. There's no question about that this morning, Sophia, because coming into town, the sun is up. It's over the foothills. It's absolutely gorgeous. We're up here live at the Boise Depot. It's just a great place to be because they keep such great care of it. And you can see the bees now. They come out pretty early as soon as the sun is up, and they're starting to pollinate all the flowers out here. It's just a great place to be. Thanks for joining us today on Good Morning Idaho. Stay cool today, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning.